Welcome to Fort Washington. Hey guys, thanks for coming back to the video. If you've been following my channel for the last month, you know we bought a property subject to. And our goal was to finish the house in about 30 days, all for under $40,000. And believe it or not, we got it done. So it took us about 35 days for construction, which isn't bad, especially considering all the work that we did to the house. And then also we spent about 40 grand on the renovations, which I'm very proud of myself because this is the first time in a long time that I've spent less than 50 grand on a full renovation. So I'm very proud of myself. So I'm very happy with the way the house came out. Today is the first day on the market. So I'm gonna give you all the $1 million tour. Now before I do that, go ahead, if you love real estate, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and hit that thumbs up because I know you're gonna love the video. So with no further ado, all right guys, so right now we're in the front foyer of the house. One thing about this area is the new floors. If you can show the floors real quick. These are wide plank European oak floors. And these floors ain't cheap. They're not cheap at all. These were about $6 a square foot. Now the good thing is, these floors I actually had left over from a previous project. So I was able to put these floors in this house without incurring a lot more material costs. So I was able to save money on the material costs. The only thing I had to pay for was labor because I had these floors left over from a previous project. But they came out very nice and I think they complement the color of the house. All right guys, so right now we're in the first living room. So before, this room was just a regular room. The best part of this room was the natural sunlight that came into the room. But I wanted to figure out how I can compound on that. So we decided to add some character and add some identity to the room. And we built this nice wood slat wall. If you remember my last project we just finished up in Baltimore that we sold a couple months ago, we did the same thing. The wall came out very nice, so I decided to add it to this house. I like the way it came out. It looks really nice next to the natural light that you get from the bay window. And it just creates some character to this space. Before, this room didn't really have much identity. I don't really know what the purpose of this room was before, but now this room has purpose. It's an extra living room and it has a beautiful flow to it. Another thing what we did was we added recessed lights to this room. So there's 4 recessed lights around this space. Before, the only light that came into this room was from the window and you only get natural light during the daytime. So we wanted to create some natural light, or not natural light, but light for this room all day around. So that's why we created these recessed lights that you see in the ceiling. All right, y'all, so right now we're in the dining room. And if you follow my renovations, one thing I like to do is I like to elevate every living space of a house. I like to take a room and create some character, give it some identity. And that's what we ended up doing with this dining room. So before, this dining room was just a regular dining room. It had a regular chandelier and regular walls, and that was it. So we wanted to elevate it. So what I did was I called up one of my buddies. He built this beautiful feature wall in my house. So I said, hey, look, can you do it again in one of another property that I'm renovating? So he came through, he hooked me up, and he built this beautiful feature wall here for the dining room. So if you're trying to figure out what kind of feature wall this is a chevron pattern board and batten feature wall. Chevron pattern board and batten feature wall. So if you want to look that up, you can go to Google, go to YouTube, look it up, and try to figure out how you can do it yourself. But this is a do-it-yourself project. You can do this in your own house. But I love the way that it came out. We painted it black so that it can complement all the other consistent colors of black in the house. And you know, when I do my projects, I usually keep 1 or 2 colors consistent throughout the house. So in this house, we did black and natural wood. So you'll see that consistency throughout the renovation. All right, so now we're in the beautiful kitchen. Now this is one area where we were able to save money tremendously. And where we saved money was on the cabinets and the countertops and the shelving. So the cabinets, the base cabinets are actually the original cabinets. We decided to sand them down and paint them, which is a grueling process. It is very tedious. And I probably won't ever do it again. But we were able to save tremendously on material costs because we didn't have to buy new base cabinets. And just so you know, whenever you buy base cabinets, you have to replace the countertop. can't keep the countertops and replace your cabinets. It doesn't work that way. So when you replace your base cabinets, you have to replace your countertops. So we were able to keep the base cabinets, sand them, stain them, and we kept the countertops as well. The countertops are dark granite, so it kind of goes with the black flow of the house. We also were able to save money on the shelving. So instead of buying expensive cabinets up top, we decided to actually do shelving. Now there is a company called Ultra Shelf that you can buy nice kitchen shelving, but they're very expensive. So we decided to just build our own. So what we did was we went to Home Depot, we found some wood, we sanded it down, we stained it, and then we bought these brackets, which were about $4 a bracket. And we built these brackets and we put the wood inside, and now we have floating shelves in the kitchen. It goes well with the theme around the house, and it looks very well on top of the shiplap boarding, which we decided to do also to save money, because the alternative option was to run tile for the backsplash. Now we saved time and money because the shiplap boards were cheaper than tile, and the labor cost was a lot lower because all we had to do was nail the shiplap boards in and paint. Instead of grouting and having to cut tile and install the tile, it would have taken more time and cost more money. So we were probably able to save about $4,000 to $6,000 on this kitchen by repurposing half the kitchen and doing shelving. Typically kitchens cost anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000, and we spent around $6,000 on this kitchen, including the appliances. And we have all new appliances in the kitchen as well. All right guys, so right now we're in the second living room. So before, this living room was pretty basic. And this living room also didn't have any lights in it. So what we did was, the first thing we did was we installed recessed lights. And if you take a look at the lights, we have 6 recessed lights running to the fireplace. Speaking of the fireplace, let me show you the fireplace. So before this fireplace was very boring. It was a boring fireplace. So you know me, I have to elevate it. So we had to take it to the next level. So what I decided to do was take that same shiplap board from the kitchen and bring it here to the fireplace. So if you look close, this is actually a shiplap boards. Now I didn't want to run the shiplap boards from left to right just like any normal way. You know what I had to do? I had to consistently match it to the dining room. So if you notice, this pattern is also a chevron pattern, which is the same pattern as in the dining room. And you know I couldn't keep it white, I had to paint it black. So we painted it the same color as the dining room to keep that black consistency throughout the house. And honestly, I can't keep my eyes off of it. You know, this fireplace is gonna be the centerpiece of this room, and I think your guests and your friends are gonna have a hard time taking their eyes off this fireplace. So it really looks good. All right guys, right now we're on the deck, and I don't know if you remember what the deck looked like before. If you didn't, I'm actually gonna show it to you right now. But really on the deck, all we did was we replaced all the rotting wood, and we replaced it with new wood, and we decided to paint the whole deck one new color. So real quick, you're probably thinking about what this probably cost. The materials for the deck was about $500. And we paid about $1,000 in labor to replace all the wood, and then we painted it as well. So for about $1,500, we had this whole deck rebuilt, and it came out very beautiful. And the best part of the backyard is really the deck and the view you have of the backyard. I mean, you have literally almost half an acre in your backyard to look at the beautiful view. All right guys, so right now we're in the master bedroom, and one thing that I really love about the master bedroom is the vaulted ceiling. I mean, these are about 12-foot ceilings right here. It makes the space very airy. It makes the room look very large. And I think this is unique to a lot of houses here in Fort Washington. A lot of the houses here in Fort Washington, you have a master bedroom and you may have a bathroom in there, but the room is small in most cases. This room is very large. And guess what? All you ladies out there, check this out. You have a custom closet. Now this is unique. Also, one other thing we did was we did upgrade the bathroom. Now, we didn't do a full renovation, and I know you are used to me gutting a bathroom and making it beautiful. But this house, we had to do it on a budget. We spent most of our money downstairs in the kitchen, in the other rooms. So, I'm gonna show you all this bathroom real quick. It came out very nice, but it wasn't a full renovation. So let's check it out. All right, guys, so right now we're in the basement, and honestly, this was a great basement because we didn't have to spend that much money down here. Really, all we had to do was put down carpet and paint the walls and put in these new recessed lights, but that was it. I love how this basement came out. It's a very big open space. This is a man cave's dream. I mean, for real, like you can add a wet bar down here, you can add a pool table right here, you can do a living room down here, your imagination is what you can do. Also, we have a bedroom back here. There's a bedroom with a walk-in closet, so that's added value. You could even rent this basement out because it does have a walkout as well right here. So this basement came out well. We also have a nice bathroom, full bathroom down here as well. Actually, let me show it to you real quick. All right, guys, I want to thank you all for touring this house with me. Thank you for riding with me during this journey. I told you all I was going to get in and out of this project. Construction only took about 35 days. We spent less than $40,000, somewhere around $40,000 on the renovation costs. So now it's time to sell the property. So I'm going to keep you all updated on how we do on the selling side because that's the most important side. This house actually just hit the market today. So if you're looking to buy a house in Fort Washington, hit us up. All right, guys, until next video, get money, see you.